Merry Christmas. Welcome to my channel. Today we are at Heritage Park in Calgary at their Once Upon a Christmas display. My previous video was Once Upon a Christmas Market, and we went through the market there. The displays here at Heritage Park are awesome. It doesn't look like Christmas right now because we don't have any snow, but we decided to go and visit uh, simply because the weather was nicer. And I've been there before when it was minus 20. Not very much fun, and you really don't feel like videoing or talking to anybody. So there's actors all through the site that will interact with you and talk to you, and it's kind of fun. They stay in period, they stay in costume, they stay in their roles and that kind of thing. Heritage Park has got a lot of old buildings. Now, I'm pretty sure most of these buildings have been moved um, in the last, say, 50 years or something like that. But you can tour through the buildings. I've been through the buildings before, so I didn't tour them. What I want to do is just catch kind of the excitement of what's going on. You have horse ride or wagon rides. And they had today they had three sets going, so there was a lot of rides going through there. And the ponies looked like they were having just about as much fun as everybody else. Beautiful ponies, and looks like the ride's quite a bit of fun. You can see that there is a little bit of snow from a previous rain events or snow events. I mean that kind of thing. Um, so we're right in front of the general store, the first set of stores that you come to when you walk in, and inside they've got all sorts of gifts. Many of them are very unique, and so if you're looking for something a little bit different for Christmas for a loved one, this could be a place that you might want to come. There is all sorts of things. Different stores have different displays. This one has got a lot of old-fashioned um, tree ornaments um, and cider cups, all sorts of neat things that are unique. Some of them are period style, some of them are a little newer, but still unique. You're probably not going to be able to find them anywhere else except at the Heritage Park Once Upon a Christmas display. So we went through all the stores this time, and we're just looking at what they have. Compared to the last time we were here, I don't think the prices have really gone up too much. The last time we were here was before COVID, which was 2018, I believe. And that winter, or the time that we went, then it was it was bitterly cold. It wasn't very much fun, and we kind of rushed through everything. So this time we're going to display or take a look at them and take pictures and videos where applicable. And you can see that the store is decorated old style, like a store of that period would have been decorated. Um, and these buildings have been moved in or set up identical to the originals. There's candy canes, decorations, signs, uh, all really kind of neat things. A lot of the stuff you can't get anywhere else. You can't get them at any other thing. It's the experience that's kind of neat. It's the old style of actually walking through a store and looking at stuff and picking things up and perchance buying them. And I would recommend that if you're looking for something unique or something new, then this would be one of the places that you could go to. Be a lot of fun for you, a lot of fun for everybody else. The kids really enjoy it. They don't get this opportunity very much anymore. A lot of our stores, our present day stores, are pretty sterile, and they're set up for convenience of getting in and out, not necessarily for what they have, what kind of products they have. So I'm shopping with my wife today, and we didn't actually buy anything. We bought a few trinkets, but we didn't really buy anything big here. We were just um, going through it, just taking a look, showing people what's there, what you have, and you might see some replication of what's going on. I was filming with two cameras. I've got an Akaso Brave 7 that I've got on my backpack, and then I'm also using my Samsung S23 Ultra on a gimbal to take some of the other pictures. You could probably spend a lot of time in some of these stores looking at various things. Apparently, the post office has got period uh, addressing and stuff, so that you could send something to somebody uniquely, and they would be, they'd be really surprised by what they see. Sorry about the blank spot. Okay, we're in the general store and in the candy display. Um, they've got all day suckers. It looks more like all week suckers, but they're big suckers, that kind of thing. Um, some of the candies are pretty old. You can see the difference in cameras. This is on the Samsung S23. A little bit more clear, better light. But you have honey sippers, and there was a candy cane um, jigsaw puzzle, like a million pieces, and it'll probably take you a long time to put together. But if you're into that kind of thing, it'll be something to entertain you for a while. They've got mulled citrus mixes, the spice mixes that you would put in mulled wine. More candy, and once again, more candy. And you could go out there with a sugar fix like nothing you could ever have before. Zooming in, zooming out, zooming in, zooming out. As I said before, just going through and being able to actually take a look at some of these things is a rather a unique experience. And this particular store is set up like a general store or a candy store. They've got all sorts of different candies in different sizes, probably things that you really can't get any other place. Or um, We've got some wreaths here. Another section of the store a little farther back. They also have candy, more candy. Some Kellogg's, or it's actually not Kellogg's. It is cornflakes, but it's not Kellogg's. Cupboards are pretty bare, other than the candy that's out front here. And display of some of the old cookery stuff, old wood stoves, and all sorts of different things. All in very, very good shape. They don't even look like they were used, half of them. Uh, I think that red thing there is a coffee grinder. And you've got some unique gifts here, some stuff from Canada, as it says. Jigsaw puzzles, you know, old time stuff. Trying to figure out what that was. And they had towels and cloth and fabric, and they're crowded in there, shoulder to shoulder. Some different signs and that kind of thing. I like that one. 14-day diet in 3 hours. That'd be me. Lace up shoes, period shoes. And they had that the pot-bellied stove cooking, and it was pretty warm. It kept you warm in there. Coffee grinder, I believe that is. Christmas cards, trees, tree ornaments. There's stuff to look at from all ages, that's for sure. Little tea set. Packaging sure wasn't as bright as it is now. Jigsaw puzzle. Illustrated periodic table of the elements in jigsaw puzzle form. You got a budding scientist in your house, that this would be great for them. They'd love it. Tree ornaments, teddy bears, puzzles, figurines. A lot of these things are pretty reasonably priced. So, like I said, if you're looking for unique gifts for somebody you love, this could be a place to go. Now, we actually got in on the park there's a 4 for $20 entrance fee. Typically, an adult was going to be paying about $19.95, um, but with the four enters for $5 each, it was $20. You have to order four, but ordered online, walked through the gate there. That saved me $20, and I'm glad of that. Thank you very much, Heritage Park. You can see that it jumps around a little bit. I do have two cameras on the go. So hopefully I was trying to cut them in and edit them so that they would actually go through. Display cases, the old display cases. That head was a little creepy, but that was fine. They got cards, you make it jewelry, old flamingo pillboxes. Do we ever use that anymore? Journals, nicely decorated journals. And even a little bit of the modern water bottles are in there. And this is a copy of an old style dispensary, read pharmacy. And some of the medicines that they have here don't sound too appealing, but that's what they used to do. They don't have any warning labels on that stuff, but some of that stuff looks pretty chemical and probably wouldn't meet our FDA approval or anything like that nowadays. As I was saying, there's something for everybody. There's pre-made soup mixes, some lead or tin soldiers. You can see how worn that edge of that counter is from people's hands. All sorts of stuff in the back there. I couldn't really see it very well, but you can see back then the packaging wasn't jump out at you like the today's modern packaging. So we went out of there. We walked around the corner to some of the old houses that have been moved in here. Um, but we didn't go in any of the houses. We went in the church and a few of the businesses, that kind of thing. So this is looking down the side street, and you can see one of the period actors. I'm assuming that's dressed up as the school mistress. This is the Thorpe House. St. Martin's Church. They actually had a choir in there singing. Here's your choir, dressed in period costumes. They actually were pretty, they sounded pretty nice. It is a tiny, tiny church, so you get in there, there's only about room for, say, 30 or 40 people, other than the people on display or the people singing. And we went into the snooker hall, and on the snooker tables, they've got a great big village built up. I was a little bit interested. I'm trying to do a little bit of this stuff, so um, we walked through the village and took pictures and videos of that. They did a fabulous job setting it up. Must have taken them hours and hours to do that. They've got hundreds of pieces, including people and houses and other things. The display is actually sitting on an old snooker table, old style snooker table. And the people on the displays were very knowledgeable. They could point out things for you. Please do not touch, they're saying. Well, of course, because there's a lot of things here. They've got vehicles, and then they've got a skating rink, and they've got lights set up. And there's 3 separate tables with 3 separate displays. They're all kind of interconnected, um, and all basically pretty close to the same scale size. It was interesting what they had, and they had a lot of figures, um, a lot of pieces that they've been collecting over the years. The kids were fascinated with this. They just looked at that, and it was very fascinating, very very fun for the younger bunch. They really seemed to enjoy it. I guess it's something we used to do. I know that oftentimes I can remember when way back when I was a kid that oftentimes the store windows, the ones onto the street, would have interactive displays and displays like this. Uh, and we didn't have the resources. We didn't have those kind of houses. They were most of them were home built. My wife took me to the Eaton Center when it was still Eaton's in Toronto one year, and I was fascinated. And each of the windows, the display windows on the street, had something going in it. Mechanical Santa Clauses, villages, train sets, all sorts of things. Uh, it could amuse you for hours, and I think this display could probably amuse you for hours. If you're the person setting it up, of course you're going to have there. Please do not touch because it probably took them many many hours to get all those figures put out and lights strung and everything. Like I said, though, the kids just loved it. I loved it too. It was there's some pretty special houses here. Give me some ideas about what I can do for my own Christmas village at home. This is all done in the snooker hall, and like I said, this display is sitting on top of a 12-foot long snooker table. You can see in the background, or could see in the background, um, the pool cues. Okay, this is on the second table. And if you look at the details, they're astounding. There's a moose there. Some trees, some decorations that look like birch trees, houses. Many of them are lit up from inside. Some people did some architecture and made some mountains. They even have a water feature, boats. A lot of time and money was invested in this display. Lots of people taking photos and videos, including me. You can see the deer on top of the hill there. Lots of deer. And a fox. Lit up from inside. Looks kind of neat. Probably taken many years to collect up all these houses and trees and artifacts. I think the last time we were here, they had a model train set or sets that were hooked up and it went between all three tables. It was fantastic. Somebody spent a lot of time on that too. And there's all sorts of volunteers here. They're doing things like manning the displays and watching the displays to, being period actors. All it was just it's a very interactive experience, and I think a lot of people uh, come here just to try to replicate some of their Christmas memories from years past. We got a little train here. The train wasn't operating when we were there. Somebody came by to fix it up while we were there. You can see the reindeer going around the lighthouse with Santa on it. Good stuff. Kudos to whoever set this up or the team that set this up. They did a fantastic job. And that's all styrofoam. What a unique way to use your styrofoam. So down this street, they've got a school. When we were there, they didn't have anything really going on at that time. A printing press, blacksmith shop, a stable for the horses, wood carving wood carving space, um, the old train station. In the summertime, the train runs. In the wintertime, they don't run it. They're concentrating on the winter stuff. And you can see some of these houses. Some people have spent a lot of time right there. You've got a dancing set, people dancing in the glass house. Trees lit up, houses lit up. Yeah, you can see the dancers in there. Carolers. This house is lit up. There was one of the people that was setting it up. Next, we went around the corner. We went to the blacksmith shop, and we had a blacksmith actually making some stuff here. I think he was making one of the decorations. Right now, the steel is being used to the warm steel is being used to melt some brass onto the steel to give it a nice shine, a nice sheen. And from there, we went to the wood carvers area, and we had a couple carvers there working on stuff, busy working their tools. And we're by the old train station. You can see the horse coming around the corner, and you'll see a second batch of horses coming around the corner too. They're pretty impressive. They're all day they go around in a big circle, and they look like they were. This set was getting a little bit tired. They'd been around for a little while, but two sets of horses, and now you can see that the black set behind them, they caught up real quick here. They're getting close. They're probably getting a snack or something like that at the place. Everybody that was on the wagon was enjoying themselves. There you go, the black guys. Very beautiful. And a picture of my wife and in front of the joy, hope, peace. May the angels be with you. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching.